Hi, everybody. So good to see all of these names here. Thank you guys for coming. Yay. Before Chrome and Gavel get started, I just wanted to take a minute to say something in defense of my friends. There's an incredible amount of responsibility involved in being an ethical researcher, an ethical journalist. The responsibility that you have and that you maintain is required in order to hold structure in chaos. The bare minimum of which should be to seek truth and report it, to minimize harm, to act independently, and to be accountable and transparent. And in the past few days, I've seen things that I just can't not speak up about. Sage Sleuth, you said that you've been doing this for years and years and years. I'm not really sure what this is. But if this behavior that we've seen over the past 48 hours has been going on for years and years and years, how many cases have you harmed like this? How many people have you hurt? As you have demonstrated, you are not credible. You made 54 videos proving that you're not trustworthy. We listened as you read message by message, word for word, sent to you privately by people that thought that they could trust you. And my heart broke for those people. I can't imagine how betrayed and confused those people must be, whether those people were trustworthy sources or not. You proved yourself to be a liability to anyone who brings you information. Whether that information be true or untrue, you failed to meet the minimum standard of responsibility. When any source, whether that be a local or another creator, brings you information, it is your responsibility to verify that information using an outside source without revealing either source to the other. Full stop. Instead, you absorbed gossip and then chose whether to validate or invalidate that gossip based on your own assumptions, picking and choosing what to believe and what not to believe without verifying the validity of those claims. And that is called confirmation bias.
Hey, little Dev. Good to see you too. Although I don't have my camera on today, I'm not dressed. My hair is a wreck. I was just sitting back listening to some things I had downloaded and I run across this. I only heard a part of it because somebody had sent it to me because they were talking about me. I didn't care and I put it to the side and didn't listen, but it falls in line with the chicken on a stick stuff. The Sage Sleuth stuff, the TT stuff, the Squall stuff. I want you to hear how these women stick up for those names I just mentioned while we listen to this. I also seen last night Ziggy was crying and upset. Hey, Tic Tac, I didn't even see you. Sorry. Aw, thank you. You guys give me a good day being here. But Ziggy was saying last night about them making a docu-series for Netflix. Now, do I know that there's truth to that? No. However, you know what? Let's just listen for a little while. I'm not monetizing, so they can't strike me. Because every time I share something from Gavel and Krama, they strike the shit out of me. Hey, Carla. Good morning. Well, good afternoon. But I guess we're going to be here for a while because I actually have a lot to talk about. I want to talk about June 24th's press release of 2021. I think it's important that we also go back and listen to that. However, this live we're about to listen to is 4 hours long. But let's dive in. I don't know that we're going to listen to even an hour of it. I listened to maybe 20 minutes of it. And I was like, yeah, we're going live. So here we are. Hey, Krama, Gavel, fuck you. Okay.
Confirmation bias is the tendency of people to favor information that confirms or strengthens their beliefs or values and is difficult to dislodge once affirmed. Confirmation bias is an example of a cognitive bias. And by presenting that gossip as fact for more than 54 hours, berating your subscribers and betraying your sources, you acted in direct opposition to the standards of responsible reporting. You proved yourself to be malicious and ill-informed. You knowingly baited people who thought they could trust you, and you betrayed their trust, acting in a predatory fashion to gain information that you then did not verify in any way. You manipulated relationships that you formed under the guise of caring about Summer's case to attack people that you had a personal vendetta against. You used.
Listen, I don't know what their problem was with Sage. I never listened to Sage's 54 videos and she took them down, even though she begged me to. I do got to say, I'm an asshole. I should have listened to them. I should have. Those videos are now gone, so we can't go through and say who was telling the truth and who wasn't. But does anybody find it funny that Gavel and Sassy Krama, bitch face, whatever the fuck she is today, just took all of her content down? There has to be a reason for that. These people are on here on this live acting as if they are the police. They are out there investigating. They are journalists. They should do what a real journalist does. So if that's the case, are you real journalists? Is that really what's going on here? Your Netflix series? The tragedy pimps of all tragedy pimps? Oh, thank you, Sinister. Thank you for being here. I mean, I'm just really curious. This goes deep. And then I found another one where they're debunking Fred. And then I have a couple that I have saved. Not many, but lots of people grabbed lots of clips of Krama and Gavel. I just seen a whole bunch of them. So it's going to be nice to sit back and collect them because guess what, bitches? It's your time. Hi.
Summer's case to attack women who you do not know and who never did anything to you. The people that you're lying about, Krama and Gavel, are not journalists. They do not claim to be journalists. They don't claim to have been doing this for years and years and years, and yet they still did the responsible thing.
Oh, she answered that. But wait, let's listen to how Krama describes this is her job. And she's so exhausted, she has to leave her kids to do it. And she's dealing with so much that she leaves her own kids to go stay with Dawn and Candace? Huh? Because your kids needed you so bad. Oh, Krama.
They worked independently to verify that information by a third party. They never revealed their source's identity. They didn't name their sources publicly. They acted responsibly again and again. You outed your own sources to an alarming degree. You took screenshots of private conversations that did not include you, that had nothing to do with you, and you outed the sources in those conversations. You used gossip from someone who was not a trustworthy, knowledgeable source and used that gossip to incorrectly.
Guess who the screenshots were from? Guess who sent Sage the screenshots that she apparently put in these 54 videos? Can anybody take a guess? I'll let you listen. She'll tell you. Hi, chicken.
Validate thoughts that you had in your own mind. And that is not how this works. Krama and Gavel did not bash their sources publicly. They didn't out them. If they found a source was incredible, they kept in minimal contact with them. They didn't reveal their identities. They didn't show their private communications. In the database, we call that adjusting the input and filtering the information. They learn from the behavior of each source whether or not they could be trusted, acting responsibly.
Guys, I could sit here and chat with you guys all day. Yes, I remember Paul Durant, and he's real. I'm trying to pull my hair up. It ain't even brushed. I'm a whole mess right now. I was not expecting to go live until 10 o'clock tonight. Yes, I remember who Paul Durant is. And, there was a time a while back. I wish I could remember the whole details of it. I actually spoke to somebody at the FBI office, somebody who was on Summer's case. Nothing fruitful came of the conversation, but I had made them aware of some things they weren't aware of. Had nothing to do with Summer. It was about creators. They were involved in Summer's case. Like I spoke to somebody involved in Summer's case. I just can't remember who or the name or any of that because this was 2.5 years ago. But yes, Paul Durant, he actually works at the Knoxville office. and I believe Nashville. Hi, Mama Bear, Crystal, Sinister. I didn't say hello to you guys. Aw, thank you, Sinister. I don't know that my research is the best. I don't even know that my research is right. But as you sit here and listen to them, they're like, we're here dispelling everything because everything we know is fact. We turned things into the FBI and TBI, and we can't come out here and we can't tell you about it because we turned it in a year ago. This live we're watching, hold on, let me go check it because I just pulled it to see the date. Hold on. This live was on March 8th, 2023. Wow. Sage, wasn't that about the time you were trying to get Chicken to talk to me? Is that what all this started over? TT Chicken. So Chicken gives her screenshots. They're talking about Chicken has evidence from 30 years ago. Shay goes live to put it out. Now Gavel and Krama and Skilo, who, by the way, none of them really make Summer Wells content. Never really did, a little bit here and there. Guys, I gotta shut up. Let's just listen, because this is long.
In drastic contrast is what you did, Sage. You felt that one of your sources or all of the
And I have it on 1.5. If you need me to slow it down, let me know.
sources or the whole world or the FBI or the hackers, you thought people were lying to you. You thought you got burned. So then you recorded 54 hours of flame-throwing rage, attacking anyone and everyone that you perceived in your path. It was wrong. What you did was wrong. It was morally wrong to portray gossip about other people as a fact. It was ethically wrong to share private communications publicly and present that as research, to pretend that you did it to help Summer. Outing a source maliciously, even once, is a violation of the bare basic rules of journalism. But you did it for more than 54 hours, back to back, announcing bathroom breaks. If you were a journalist, these 54 videos would be your death knell. I don't view you as a colleague or another creator or even a good person.
I don't need you as a colleague. Is that confirmation of your docuseries, Skilo? You tragedy pimp, you. You get on here judging people, calling them tragedy pimps, saying they're putting out misinformation. All the while, you're on here looking for colleagues. Let's go back a couple seconds, please. Colleagues. So, Sassy and Gavel and Sage, they were your colleagues? Please grab a link because journalism's about being transparent, isn't it? Why would you hide those facts? Why don't one of you three, four, because chasing's in there too, just confirm or deny if that's happening? You can't, because it is, in my opinion. Guess what? I'm making sure I call whatever office it is at Netflix and sending them all the bullying that I have that they did to Jody Sue. I'm going to make sure that that docuseries doesn't fucking happen.
For a journalist, these 54 videos would be your death knell. I don't view you as a colleague or another creator or even a good person. What you did was harmful, dangerous, and untrustworthy. You don't deserve the kindness that was shown to you. You're incapable of behaving responsibly in this case or any other. And no one should trust you. As researchers, we have been blessed with so many local sources. Too many to count, people we would never name, people who have put their trust in us, have helped us to learn things that we could have never known had they not cared deeply about finding out what happened to Summer. Wonderful locals who've given their time, hundreds of hours, to help us understand their truth and the history and geography of the area they live in. They opened up their homes to us, they welcomed us with love and support, and they wanted nothing in return but respect, and they have it. The crumbling ethics of others does nothing to destroy our foundation. We stand firmly in our standards. I can only hope that people who care.
Who opened their home for you? Transparency. Journalism is about transparency. Do you know that? It's not about hiding your sources unless you want to. If the source gives you permission to put it out, you can put it out. But you're on here saying hide your sources, but be transparent. Be transparent, Skilo. I know you're up, and I know somebody's watching this, and I know they see this. Please grab a link and be transparent. Adrian, Jenny, any one of you? Would you like to grab a link and confirm or deny? Are you making a series that's going to make money off of Summer's name? And did you go to the Wills to do it with them? Did they sign a contract to do that? You're disgusting.
About ethics, the subscriber.
And the other video I find, oh yeah, we're going to go over that. And the other video I found, Slop, Bushwhack, whatever, D, she's going by today, she changes her name often, had shared a video of the helicopter chopping trees in the woods that, oh my God, the Candace posted on TikTok. Okay, so D posts this video saying it came from Candace's TikTok. There's a voice in the background. Let me tell you how good of researchers they are. Let me tell you, the video that Bushwhacked, Slop, whatever the fuck her name is, shared came from Green Eyes channel, and the voice they're hearing is 100% fucking Green Eyes. But y'all did all the research, right? Here, you know what? Hold on, yo. Because we're just going to go there. Like, I have so much. I found so much the last week. Hold on, guys. We're just going to go there.
Of the search and to
so from my Facebook memory.
Okay.
Hold on. Bear with me. I don't want to put nobody's music on there. I got to search for when the helicopter comes on. These fucking women are unreal. They really are.
She said at one point they weren't working with anybody outside of law enforcement on Summer's case. What else can you think of?
I just know that she's been asked a few different questions. You know, are there any updates? And typically she'll say no, but it's not a cold case. We're still working on it.
Shit, that ain't it, guys. I'll find it and I'll come back with it. But I want to show you guys this. Let me show you what their research is. Because I promise you, it's Green Eyes video. I'll even find the video. And it was Green Eyes' voice. But these people are such great fucking researchers. They know it all. They're going to destroy everybody's truth. And they're the only ones that can put out the facts. Did you know that? If you want to know anything on the earth, go to Krama and Gavel. Because they know everything. They'll tell you that. Hold on. Let's go back to where I was. It might even be this video. No, it was a different one. But we're going to find it. And I'm going to show it to you. It's Green Eyes. Dumbasses. Do some research. You're so smart. With your fucking fake database.
Have helped us to learn things that we could have never known had they not cared deeply about finding out what happened to Summer. Wonderful locals who have given their time, hundreds of hours, to help us understand their truth and the history and geography of the area they live in. They opened up their homes to us. They welcomed us with love and support, and they wanted nothing in return but respect, and they have it. The crumbling ethics of others does nothing to destroy our foundation. We stand firmly in our standards. I can
You know what's so funny? Wait, who said that? Tic Tac. Is I noticed yesterday that Ziggy was like visibly upset, crying. But then she comes back on, and I haven't watched it yet, and I only watched a few minutes of the one. But then she comes back on, and she's like, well, I'm not mad they're doing a docuseries about Summer. Well, I am. If it's YouTube creators that took all their content down to hide the shit that they've done, went up on that hill, harassed the neighborhood, which you hear Skilo say, oh, they welcomed us into their home. No, the fuck they didn't. No, they didn't. Because you also hear them complain about cars coming down the road that they live on because they're going a little too fast around a bend that you can't fucking see. Right? We also know that something happened that they can't talk about because it was so bad. I'm going to tell you what it was, in my opinion. It was y'all fucking with the neighbors. And there was a fight. That's the only thing I can think of, because if you would have had evidence and you were the only one that knew the truth about Summer, by all means, she would have been found by now, don't you think? Since you know all the things. March 8th, 2023, this is a year and a half after that. Her case started 3 years ago, but you have all the facts. Please, lead us to Summer. I'd appreciate it, since you know everything.
I only hope that people who care about ethics, the subscribers and the creators alike, can remember these 4 tenets when evaluating their conduct and the content they consume. Seek truth and report it. Do the people that you listen to do their due diligence to verify information? Do they share an appropriate degree of their verification process with you? That's how creators gain trust. What are you listening to? What are you hearing? Are you listening to gossip or accounts of personal experiences borne out by other statements from other sources, independent from the original source? Minimize harm. Is a creator acting maliciously in order to further their own personal agenda, or are they protective of their sources? Are they trustworthy with private information? Act independently. Does a creator blindly follow the crowd just to gain subs for clicks and views? Or do they, in the face of praise or criticism, do the right thing in the best interest of the sources they're responsible for and the case they're researching? Be accountable and transparent. When information is found out to be wrong, do they seek to correct it? Do they try their hardest to relay factual information, whether it validates or invalidates their assumptions, only in the interest of finding truth? I stand in defense of responsible research, and so I stand firmly in defense of my friends, and we stand in defense of Summer's case, of all cases, and responsible, ethical methods of research and reporting with.
When's the last time, Skilo, you shared Summer's picture? Sassy? Gavel actually did all of her wrongdoings on Krama's channel so that she didn't have any. She didn't even speak of Summer on her channel very often. Once or twice. There wasn't very much Summer content. So how are you commentating responsibly? Can you answer me that, Skilo? How are you holding up to what you're speaking about in this video? I would like transparency. It's a simple yes or no. Are you making a docuseries that's going to make money off the name of Summer Wells? Is that in the plans for you and your friends who you don't want to be colleagues of yours? I wouldn't want you as my colleague. Sage pissed you off. You fired her. That's what that sounds like, Miss Skilo. Just know I have their bullying videos. It will be going to whoever produces and makes that video. And if it makes it big, like there's a commercial or it gets mentioned about on the news, I'm going to make sure that the news sees the way these girls really acted. I promise you that. So go ahead and try. I dare you. And I promise I'll have a whole army of people behind me, supporting me, while I stop you from profiting off of the case of a missing child that you spoke about on YouTube, while you harassed her neighbors and suspects or witnesses in this case. I promise you it will be aired everywhere I need it to be. Try me. What I found weird that was, oh, what picture, little Dev? I didn't see that. Yeah, they're not blocked. Not one of them have ever been blocked on my channel. Yeah, lots of jealousy. Mishu, I swear to God, I've been making these videos, like diving extremely deep, just into the basics of what the FBI and TBI might be doing. And they're already scheduled to post every day at 5 o'clock for the next, I think, 10 days. I have 11 videos done in total and probably about 12 more videos to make because I'm finding more as I go along. So I needed the break to get some content done for myself. I needed to take the week off and just try to push out some content so I could bring you guys stuff because I like making the videos. Before my channel was taken down and I came back to YouTube, what I did was I made videos. I didn't do lives. See, that's what I like to do. I'm starting to like to do the lives. I'm getting better at it. I think. I hope you guys can agree with me. But I like making the videos and pushing out the actual facts. Like, for instance, here, let me open up another Canva tab. I'll just give you guys. Oh, yeah, this would be a good one. Here you go. Let me find my content in it because I put a lot of my own content and work. Look, here we go. We're going to go back. Oh, I don't think that's this video. I think this one's about community. But we're going to go back over. You guys see I shared the other day the beginning of. Please tell me this ain't it because that means I didn't finish my video. Okay, that means I posted it like that. Oh, shit. Let me come back to StreamYard before I do this. I posted a video the other day about the communications. How many of y'all knew that they were having problems and selling off and turning off their communication systems prior to Summer going missing to try to save money in Hawkins County? I actually want to sit down and watch, after I'm done going through these, some of the Hawkins County Budget Committee meetings that they have. I want to show you my thoughts on it because I have some opinions. Like, why won't they help their fucking fire department who only asked for $3,000? Hawkins County has some serious governmental issues that need to be taken care of. It's not my place. I don't live there locally, but hopefully me pointing it out might help you guys to make better decisions for who do you put in office from an outsider watching from the outside in. I think it's disgusting that a fire department, a volunteer fire department, came to the committee, asked them for $3,000, telling them that their station is falling apart and they haven't had new equipment. And I think they said 30 or 40 years. And they told them no. Hawkins County has issues. That's my opinion. Okay, let me see if this is it. We'll just start it from here. This is a preview. I don't think that's it though. Hold on. That has to be it. Okay. Hopefully it's decorated and it's just showing me black and I didn't post it like this.
Summer, well, Dawn was good friends with all of her brothers. And she used to follow Dawn around.
Wait a minute, because there's a reason I showed that. Actually, I'm just going to go through and watch this with you guys because I think this one, it doesn't really show. Okay, so what I did when I was making these videos was I was going through the press conferences and pulling out things that some creators said. Some of that's in there later on in the videos because I know everybody likes the drama, so I had to add some. There was a little tiny bit in this because, you know, Cam and Chase considered themselves the community. You'll see. But this video specifically was just about the community support in Hawkins County, which was some of the things I was trying to pull out, the facts. I have some stuff coming out about equipment they used, what a UTV is, what a UTV would have looked like going through the woods. I go really deep in this series of videos, and it's not done, and I'm not saying it's going to be done now, because I'm getting kind of tired of it. I might wait a couple weeks and finish the rest of it. But I do have, I believe, 11 or 12 of them posting. Today's going to be a short one. I thought it was going to be a long one. It's not. But I'll let you guys have a preview of episode 10.
More than 100 personnel and 41 agencies have been involved in the search for Wells since she was reported missing from her home in the Beach Creek community Tuesday night.
I was at work and I got a frantic call from my wife, and I said, hang up and call 911. And I called 911, and I come from work and drove home as fast as I possibly could and drove to the bottom of our property, and I seen my boys here walking around and my neighbors all looking and searching, and I knew right then that she was gone. But she don't never leave the property by herself anymore. Okay, so on my way home that day, I knew that they were searching at the top of our hill for Summer, and I knew my best bet was to drive straight to the bottom of our property. So up here where this house is on the left is our road. I passed it straight. This is all our property here to the left. All this, our house is up there on top. So all this is our property. So I turn straight away in here. Straight. Our house is up there. Go super straight down here. Creek here. I went down this hill right here. I seen my boys straight away over there. All three of them were together. And I looked over to my left over this way, and I seen my neighbor over there. That's when I knew something was very, very wrong. And then, so I hollered several times, screamed for Summer. No, then of course no reply. And old hunting blind there. You see where the tree is. I'm gonna get out. Anyway, you can see where the tree service has cleared all this out, all the way, both ways for power lines. Okay, all the way up to that house up there. But anyway, so turn around. And then at that time, I don't know if I looked in this little shack here. It used to be for horses. I framed it in a little bit. I was going to try to utilize it, but I never used it. And inside this shed here, just a bunch of junk, whatever. A lawnmower, winds blowed the roof off. So, a bunch of junk. So this time I drove to the top of our house. I guess I'll go ahead and film that.
Hey guys, sorry, I stepped away for a minute. My son just came in. He's Ubering. He was in the area and stopped by. You want to say hi? No? Okay. But I'm still listening. What do you guys think so far? Do you remember Crime Con, Crystal? I thought, yeah, I wanted to go Mishu. I did, but my sister was going to buy me tickets to go for my birthday. That was in May, yes. But then some people had said maybe it's not smart for you to go to Tennessee. And then I thought about it. And then my husband was like, yeah, maybe it's not so smart. Because if you remember at that time, I had a lot of struggle going on with this attorney. And I thought it would just be better if I stayed away. Hey, Lorianne. Hey, Justice for you. Yes, hit the like button. Thank you, guys. Okay, let me put this back on for you guys, because what I did was I found my unedited. I'm going to tell you what's coming up that I want you to hear. I found my unedited version of one of Summer's best friends. I found my whole unedited call with David Britt, and I put it in this video, and you guys will see. I mean, it's edited, but it's just the little boy talking. If you're listening, Johnny, hey, I think of you all the time, honey. Okay, hold on.
Chris said this hill was real bad. I had to use 4-wheel drive. I use my 2-wheel drive truck up this hill all the time.
I actually wanted to be on here when he went to the shed. I wanted you guys to see where he said he seen the neighbor and the boys and how he pointed towards Sherfy's when he said where the boys were. I thought that was important. Nobody really ever paid attention to placement. And he also states that he's seen him, meaning a man, not Jody Sue. Just found it interesting down by the shed when he came home. But we'll go over that when I really get to this video.
Anyway, thank you.
Please let my baby come home. Please. Please let her come home to her church family. I love you so much, Summer. Please let my baby come.
My thing is, if somebody wants to do a documentary, it's fine. If it's a professional and somebody who hasn't involved themselves so much that they're so biased, you know what I mean? Like, this is a group of creators that does not see Andy Bernard as a suspect. They don't see, although they say they do, but then they defend. And it's okay to look at both sides of the fence and make sure that you're transparently putting it out there like that. Like, look, this is what I'm going to say, and I'm sorry for saying this the wrong way, but it's how I feel. But they get out there and they talk fact. You know what I mean? And I don't feel anybody who has been a creator and has a true, like, that's my problem with Ziggy. She brought home a dog and a Fred. You know what I mean? It's always been about the money. And if you remember when she was announcing that her and Fred got married, it was all about her and Fred were going to write a book. And all the 111s. That's all these creators want. You know what? If you're good at making videos, what I'm showing you right now is a documentary I made for free. I'm showing it to you guys right now for free. My channel right now at this moment, I've been trying to monetize more because I do eventually want to make money off of my channel. But at this moment, this video I'm showing you, I'm not monetized. It's not about money. It's about helping victims, missing people. Why just Summer? There's millions of them all over the world. You could cover more than one. I try. Unfortunately, my subs just want to see Summer content. I'm trying to mix more content into it and make it educational where it's not always all the time. Even these videos I make, it is always all the time about Summer. However, I teach you true facts and I tell you what I think is speculation. I don't get on here and I don't tell you I know things like the FBI, the TBI, the Hawkins County, and then down the police in the same sentence. We're going to get back to that gavel crime live. It's important that we watch it. Hey, Rockin' Robin. Yes. You want to create a documentary, do it for free. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm taking you back to the press conferences. I show you what Dawn did, what Dawn said, what the people around them did and said. I have never actually seen but one time, and it was a fake documentary that Gavel and Crom and Scott were trying to make, if you remember. That is the only real content I ever seen any of them bitches come out with. Other than that, all they do is sit there and talk shit. See, I'm talented enough. I could talk shit and make content. Meet me outside. How about that? I'm kidding. Okay.
The TBI said it had received 113 tips as of Saturday afternoon as searchers continued the search for Summer. The agency also shared more photos of the Wells residents. Hawkins County 911 announced that a statewide call-out was requested through the Tennessee Association of Rescue Squads for Sunday regarding the search for Summer. Tennessee Bureau of Investigation announced that it had received 137 tips as of Sunday afternoon. Summer Wells has not been found and has been missing for 5 days. According to the Hawkins County Rescue Squad, 35 agencies from Tennessee, Ohio, Virginia, Alabama, North Carolina, and Georgia assisted in the search Sunday. About 2,400 acres had been searched since Tuesday night. The Hawkins County Rescue Squad posted around 10 p.m., stating that due to overwhelming support, they were pausing the acceptance of supply donations for search crews. The logistics team will determine after Monday's search if donations are still needed.
That's a community. You think the community. That's Food Together came in, every service, rescue squad, fire departments, volunteers, just the citizens of Gibbon. I'm telling you, we live in a good place. We do. Hawkins County is a good place.
And Pastor Roberts, Mount Carmel Regional Baptist Church, they really stepped up. We did our best to help.
With including that, I personally want to express our gratitude for the businesses in our area, the outside area, churches and other organizations, and also Hawkins County Rescue Squad for taking the lead on the logistics side of it. For 13 days, these searchers never had to wonder if they were going to have water, food. We had everything from socks, ibuprofen, sunscreen, bug spray, additional clothes, additional gear. We had everything that they would possibly need to make sure these guys stayed safe. And Hawkins County Rescue Squad took a large chunk of that responsibility and ran with it. Corey, Assistant Operations, Tim Lewis, and his wife Sandra. I kept telling Sandra she was a real MVP. She orchestrated every meal, food, supplies. I never want, she never had, I never, she actually had a question, never had to ask her anything. When I walk out of the command post, it was there. It was taken care of. That was very beneficial.
Tonight, the community is coming together to show support for Summer's safe return, as well as support for her family.
Now, many gathered today in Rogersville to pray, to sing. News Channel 11's Bianca Murray was at a vigil tonight. Bianca, we understand Summer's father and younger brother were there tonight.
Josh, that's correct. Her father and actually her older brother attending that gathering tonight just a short while ago as a church in Rogersville opened their doors to those who wish to pray for Summer's safe return.
I'm a new dad. I have a 1-year-old daughter. You know, to see a young life in peril and just a community that wants to help.
Several community members joined the impromptu prayer vigil, some lighting candles and others kneeling in prayer. Summer's dad, Donald Wells, also joined.
She loves a lot of people, and a lot of people love her. We really appreciate what they've done. There's hundreds of people out there, and they're trying their best to find her, and we really appreciate them very much.
He recalled the moment of terror he found out his daughter was missing.
And I come from work and drove home as fast as I possibly could and drove to the bottom of our property, and I seen my boys here walking around and my neighbors all looking and searching, and I knew right then that she was gone because she don't never leave the property. By herself anyway.
And the search for Summer continues.
We pray that Summer is found safe. We pray for the family, for comfort for them to know that God is in control. And we also pray for all of the men and women who are working so hard to find her, find out anything they can, and be with them and keep them safe as they continue to search.
Don Wells told me this evening that he just wants his daughter back home and safe. Reporting live from the scene on Beach Creek Road, I'm Bianca Murray for News Channel 11.
If you have any information pertaining to Summer Wells' whereabouts, call 1-800-TBI-FIND. We've put that number. Also an email address where you can send in tips on WJHL.com.
Assistance in the form of donations. Others are offering up their help through prayer. The prayer garden at Solomon's Temple Missionary Baptist Church is covered in teddy bears, wreaths, and other mementos in hopes of Summer's safe return. A Johnson City man who's been following the case made 2 wreaths for Summer and tells us his goal in doing so is to raise awareness.
I personally myself pray that this prayer garden here will show the family of Miss Summer Wells that they have support.
He says they are keeping a light at the bottom of their newest wreath for Summer, and they hope the light stays on until she is returned home safe.
A Hawkins County school psychiatrist putting together resources for parents following the disappearance of 5-year-old Summer Wells. It's been more than 3 weeks since the little girl was last seen at her home in the Beach Creek community. News 5's Kristen Kwan has tips for parents tonight on how to talk with your children who might have concerns about this case.
At Solomon's Temple Baptist Church, friends of 5-year-old Summer Wells are calling on a higher power.
Every time we have Sunday school, we pray first and we ask for, anybody have prayer requests and stuff before we pray. And the kids always say, let's pray for Summer first thing, all of them.
Like many of us, the children in this church have questions about her disappearance.
You can see in their faces they worry. They're worried about her and they're concerned. And they're just kids, but they know and they're afraid.
Hawkins County school officials know those concerns and are taking action by providing resources to parents.
You don't want to draw more attention to create more anxiety or more worry in students. But you definitely want to reassure them when you go to school, you're safe, and we have safety procedures at school.
And school psychiatrist Carol Fuller adds, have open conversations.
Look for possibly subtle changes in behavior, because a lot of the younger children won't have the words to communicate what their concerns are.
Summer is enrolled in kindergarten at Joseph Rogers Primary School, and the community is still holding on to hope that Summer will return for her first day.
It breaks your heart. It really does, because, children, every child is just potential. And then when we hear something like this, we worry about that. We're losing that potential, and it's just, it breaks our hearts.
In Hawkins County, Kristen Kwan, News 5.
I was friends with Summer. I mean, Summer, well, John was good friends with all of her brothers. And she used to follow John around whenever we'd go up and go, spend some time with him to play and stuff. And, she'd always took him because she would always say, John's my boyfriend. I mean, just to see him turn blood red,
Aww.
I mean, she's a sweet little girl. Every time that he sees that poster, man, I can see a light kind of go out at him. I hope they find Summer. I mean, it's ate him up. And it hurt him, and then, it kills me to see him hurting like that. It also pisses me off that there's someone out here snatching kids, and since that happened, I mean, I won't let him out of my, I mean, I was always like, a Papa Bear out standing over the back of his little one, but
Yeah.
but now that happened, it's a whole lot worse, you know what I mean? I mean, I just won't, I almost just want to throw the shotgun around with him when I'm out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so you believe that Summer was abducted then?
Someone's got to know something. I mean, dang, the little girl, and even John told me, I asked him if she ever wandered off by herself, and he said, no, not without her brothers. If her brothers weren't there, she wouldn't do that, Dad.
Yeah, that's true, but when Kansas told she was missing, when we got home, and it was not true, but when someone came down to our house and said someone was missing, when we went to Kansas' house the other day, he said she wandered off.
Yeah.
By driveway.
Yeah. John said she ain't never, I mean, they'd go out running around in the woods, or how kids are.
Yeah, but she never leaves.
And he said that, Summer was always with the boys. She wouldn't just go wander off by herself. And I asked John, because I was trying to figure out, something, it was just so devastating, you know what I mean? But
the only time she wandered off was with me, both of the brothers, or all of us.
So, and every time we were there, them four kids was out playing together.
And that's what's sad, because not only is Summer gone now, but the boys aren't there. Aw. John, I'm so sorry that your friend cannot be found. Just keep praying, baby, because answers are coming. It has you. I mean, this is just, I'm sure your community is devastated. Do you know what the feeling is in the community?
There's a lot of people that's like me that if they could ever get the sites lined up on the right person, I don't think he would ever hear from that son bitch again.
Well, it's good to hear.
Well, when we went back to Kansas the other day, we went to this house. We was picking at her house until she arrived back, and she was calling about someone missing because she heard the bad news too.
Yeah, she went somewhere and called me up and asked me if I'd feed her animals while she was gone, and me and John done that for her.
And how long ago was that?
That was a while back, probably last year sometime, I think. I'm like, if you're going to be gone, why even have an animal out? Her private investigator or whoever, I can't remember his name, he said the only two people that was supposed to be up on the property would be me and Don and him. I mean, I was just trying to be a friend, because I didn't go out outside by himself, you know what I mean? And I used not to be that, I heard.
So what I was showing there was that David was saying how he was fearful to let his son out to play. In my opinion, Johnny was showing some fear while I was talking. There was a census in the community that people were worried. They were terrified because Summer's gone. In my opinion, after talking to David, he had the feeling, in my opinion, that Summer was abducted. Even though he didn't like Dawn, he had a friendship with Candace for the kids. He did go up on the hill. Him and Dawn had a falling out over Crystal. You guys know all that. He still told me he didn't think that they did anything to Summer. That tells me something. Why does anyone think a documentary would be welcomed? Yeah, Be the Bean. I don't even know that it'll start problems. I think that one could be done because there's some done on so many missing people, but I don't think Krama and Jenny and Chasing are the people that should be the head of that. And I don't think that Skilo should be out here scouting for people to do her dirty work. That's my opinion. I'm speculating. But I wanted to show you, you guys were talking about the milk carton. Hold on, that's the wrong one. This case right here reminds me of Summer's case. It's always a case that I have personally, since I remembered it, probably about a year and a half ago. I was a little kid when this little girl went missing. But like Summer, she had short hair. She was in a rural area. It was in front of her home. Although she was being dropped off by a bus driver, there was a lot of mystery surrounding the vehicle. It was a white van with blue mountains on it. Her name was Sherry Mahan. I want to make sure I'm saying it right. Yeah, Sherry Mahan or Mahan. But she was the girl that, remember, they put the flyers. We had what they called penny savers. Like, they'd come in the ads every week of the missing person, and then they started going on milk cartons. And this is the girl that started it all, I believe. I'm not sure about the milk cartons, but the missing flyers, and you'll hear about that. This is 9 minutes long. Since you guys were talking about it, and this little one who would be an adult is still missing, I'm going to share it because she's local to me.
35 years ago, this coming Saturday, 8-year-old Cherry Mahan got off her school bus in Butler County and vanished. All these years later, without any evidence to the contrary, police say it's possible that Cherry Mahan is alive.
That, of course, is also the hope of her mother. Tonight, the stunning revelation she made to John Shumway about who may have taken her daughter.
It's like your heart has been snapped in half, and it will never go back together again.
For more than half her life, Janice McKinney has been searching faces, searching for her daughter, Cherry Mahan.
It's a torment. I've been tormented since the day she was taken. Is she alive? Is she not alive? Is she okay? Is she not okay? Is she with somebody? Are they taking care of her? Are they not taking care of her? Does she miss me? Does she want me? Does she know me? You know, these things run in my head every single day of my life.
Ski and ride Breckenridge with Epic Day Pass. Prices go up November 17th.
It was here on rural Corn Planter Road that 8-year-old Cherry got off the school bus at the bottom of the hill near her home that day 35 years ago. Janice and her husband Leroy were in their mobile home at the top of the hill.
We heard the bus come, and 5-10 minutes, Leroy's like, maybe she fell. Do you want me to go down? I'm like, go check. And he went down, he checked, she wasn't there.
The kids on the bus and the bus driver told Janice and Leroy that Cherry did get off the bus.
It's just what happened from the time she got off that bus until she walked back, headed towards our driveway.
Police were called, darkness set in, the searches were on. Cherry got off the bus in her gray coat, denim skirt, white leotard, blue leggings, and Cabbage Patch earmuffs. It was only a short walk from the bus stop to her driveway and up the hill to home.
There was nobody that was a stranger to her. If you said her name, she thought you knew her. So did somebody know her? Did somebody, conk her on the head and drag her in a car? Or did they say, hey, Cherry, your mom said we're to pick you up and get in the car? Someday I'm going to know.
The searches and the volunteer hours stretched on for days. Over the years, there have been age progression pictures developed, but still no answers.
It's amazing after all these years, we still get a lot of inquiries. We get a lot of information, a lot of tips. Sometimes we get a couple a week. Other times it may go months and we don't hear anything.
Children on the bus told police that day they saw a conversion van with a skier painted on the side.
There's been a lot of vans that we looked at. There was a lot of vans that we actually processed forensically. And unfortunately, once again, didn't really lead us anywhere.
To understand the depth of this mother's despair, you need to know this.
I got raped and had Cherry when I was 16 years old, and she was it for me, everything. I never left that house without her. We were always together. We grew up together. She was my life.
Janice, do you think there is a connection between the rape, Cherry's birth, and 8 years later, her disappearance?
I do. I believe that, but I can't prove anything.
Janice McKinney says authorities did not believe her rape allegation. Was the rapist ever charged?
No.
But today you believe that the man you say raped you may have had something to do with Cherry's disappearance.
In a roundabout way, yes.
Roundabout because she does not believe that Cherry's biological father is a suspect.
Not him personally, but the people that he knows, yes.
Police are aware of McKinney's suspicions, and they've told her that the man has been adamant in his denials. The only thing they'll tell us about suspects.
Anybody that was implicated, until we find evidence otherwise, they still would be considered a suspect.
Over the years, there have been frenzied moments of hope, like the possible sightings of women who could have been Cherry in Michigan and New Jersey. Both were ruled out. And more recently, the call to the nursing home where Janice works from a woman claiming to be Cherry.
They were like ecstatic. Oh my God, it's Cherry. Cherry got found, you know.
It gave us hope that this potentially was Cherry. We looked at pictures with the family. We also took fingerprints, and ultimately it was discovered that it was not Cherry.
I mean, there are very mean people out there, you know, that try to, you know, get into the story, I guess.
Case in point, a handwritten letter that arrived a couple of years ago. So brutally specific, we are blurring its contents, but it spells out Cherry's death and burial.
It was very graphic and cruel to me.
We actually, followed up on it to the point where we were investigating people outside of the Commonwealth. The FBI got involved and helped us out. We also went to a property that the letter mentioned.
And Cherry's mom was right there with them.
I just want to be there in case they find her or in case they find just bones. I want to be there. I want to see it. I want to know what happened.
But like all the other leads,
unfortunately, that letter as a whole hasn't been very fruitful to this point.
Janice says the unknown created a pain she could not handle. And initially, she turned to drugs, selling everything they had.
Just to get another high because that pain was killing me.
Only Leroy's strong arm kept her from jumping out of their truck on Route 8.
I was going to jump out because that car behind me was going to squish me like a bug, and I didn't care because the only thing that I cared about was taken from me, and I didn't care what happened.
Hello, you. Stop your online nightmares with Surfshark and enjoy online security made easy.
These mushrooms make you feel better. Like a lot.
But a couple of years after Cherry disappeared, Janice shook herself out of her spiral of self-destruction and learned what she hopes others will take to heart: the power of forgiveness.
Without forgiveness, I was just eating myself alive.
She reached deep in her faith to find forgiveness for whoever took Cherry.
And that's what gave me peace in my life, to forgive somebody that I didn't know because I was killing myself.
But even harder, she says, she had to learn to forgive the guilt she feels as a mother. Guilt? Why do you say guilt?
Because I wasn't there that day. I was not there up until that day. I was there every day to pick her up after school, every single day. And that day, I was not. That guilt can kill you.
On her shoulder and near her heart, Janice wears reminders of her daughter, and every day prays for the relief of that call.
That would be a blessing to me if they would call me and just say, it's over.
Now, Cherry was legally declared dead in 1998, but it was a technicality in order to release funds that had been donated. Some of those funds were given to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Janice also told me, and this sounds a little bit odd, that she knows Cherry is okay. Either she is in heaven with Leroy and her mom, or she is with someone else, but she believes in her heart that she is okay. And she's hopeful the weight of conscience after all these years will finally get through to someone who will come forward and give police the information they need so they can solve this mystery.
You can see and you can feel her pain.
Absolutely.
And especially that day is the one day that she didn't go down that long driveway to pick
She
her
was
up.
off work that day.
It's crazy how cases get covered 35 years later, because that case, the internet didn't exist then, but it was locally, just like Summer's case. I remember as a little kid the mayhem. I lived in a different county that's about 45 minutes away, but it affected where we lived. Everybody was worried. When I said, I pray it wasn't this person, it took Summer, that's only because, in my opinion, the similarities in the two cases are astounding. The way the parents acted after. You guys, if you look it up, you'll see the short hair. If she was abducted and if it was targeted, if Summer was abducted and if Summer was targeted, it would have been in rural communities. Butler County, Summer's case has a lot of ties up here, in my opinion. Butler County is one of them spots. Ask the We Can Bring You Hope Foundation. Yeah, it's a worry. Probably not anything. Most definitely probably not true. Very unlikely. But they do say offenders will offend again. There have been cases like that, where an offender has done something and then years later come out of the hiding and done something again. The rural area bothers me. When you look at that little girl's driveway, it bothers me. But anyways, that wasn't about Summer. That was just because you guys were talking about the milk jug kids, and she is the first of them. Maybe not milk jugs, but at least the flyers. I know that, but I think that that's where the milk jug came from. Was from Sherry's case. I remember it was really like big around here. I was a little kid when that happened, and I remember the fear, even living in 45 minutes away in another county. Okay, back to Krama, because we only got 9 minutes into this, and I really want you guys to hear this. I have so much to show you guys, but let's do this for now.
Which all of these cases should be handled. Thank you guys for being here, for listening to me rant. Let's do this. Hey! Hi! Oh.
Hello.
Love you guys.
Hi, everybody. Good to see you all. Good to be back. You're muted, Jenny, I think. Or maybe I am.
My little thing wasn't down.
Feels like normal. It's
Hello.
Your regular day. Jenny, you're muted if you're talking.
Every day, all day.
All day. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We weren't ignoring you in chat. We just didn't want to take away from anything that Skila was saying. It was so important. Thank you, QWERTY.
It is.
Super chat. I appreciate that.
QWERTY.
So, I'm not going to try to go through everybody because we will be here forever. You guys are awesome, and I'm so thankful that you guys are here, and it feels like
home.
The first live.
Home. The first live. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome. Skila, that was freaking awesome.
Yes.
Thank you for having me. I just wanted to share my thoughts and kind of set a framework for what happened. I don't think that it was right. I don't think that anyone should treat sources that way. I don't think that anyone should be exposed and doxxed and have their names and emails and their alts and everything shown. And I think it was harmful.
Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just said yes.
Well, what I wanted to say is that, like, the people that she talked about, we've spoken with all of those people, and we recognize certain things.
Mhm.
None of those are bad people, as far as I know. They're emotional and mental fragility and or around some of them, and that should have been noticed by someone with a background in psychology.
Mhm.
This was, I don't believe, was the way to handle it. I think it was very exploitative and hurtful, and I don't think it helped Summer at all.
No.
Still don't understand why our names came up constantly throughout it. She denied it today in Chasing's chat that she said anything about us at all to our faces, and I was like, well, do you think you're gonna fool us? Like, we heard it for 2 days.
Yeah.
We've heard these lies. You're just gonna sit here and tell us it didn't happen? Okay. Totally did. But I just want to say, I think that even beyond what Skilo said, which is so much, like, that's everything, being able to back up your source, being truth, the truth, what the title of this live is, the truth. It's so important. And that was just out the window. Beyond that, the harm that was done to those women, she can't fix that, I don't think, no. So.
You all know what I'm going to say, right? The harm that was done to Chicken on a Stick, to Squall. You'll hear that's who they're talking about. The harm that was done to Chicken on a Stick and Squall. Because Sage told people what they said. And then Shay put it out stating that there was evidence in the same day from 30 years ago the Chicken on a Stick was holding on to. Not everything's meant for YouTube, huh, Gavel? It isn't meant for the TBI, though, is it? Because I don't believe she turned that in. I believe that was the sentiment, if it's even true. It's speculation. It's causing chaos. It's a woman who states she never even met the Wells, that's local to the Wells, that came out on an attack on Andy and Jody Sue, who you stick up for. She didn't even like Andy at first. He was the drug dealer. Everybody knew he dabbled in drugs, didn't he? She come out talking full shit on him. Yet here you girls are, sucking his eggplant, right? While you say all the harm she caused the Chicken on a Stick, the woman who's taking people to court for no fucking reason, that you helped and aided in, and have sat on panels stating so, right? Squalls, if I'm correct. Benny stated it while he was with you guys talking somewhere. I'll find them. I'm pretty sure I clipped them for court. Who causes harm to who? Smurf and Smurfette? Papa Smurf and Smurfette. That's what you got there on the screen. With Skilo. Which, by the way, Skilo went out of style in the 90s, bitch. Yeah. It's a dumb name. With all your full transparency and Netflix documentary, that I will make sure they know who these bitches really are. And the doxing and the court hearings, I will make sure that Netflix knows if these bitches go on to one of their document series, that it is going to bring them down. Because I am going to show every day the exploitation that these bitches have done. Okay? Papa Smurf and Smurfette. I wish I was a baller. I wish I was a little bit taller. Yeah. Skilo, you ain't no fucking Skilo. Let me fucking tell you. You're as fake as they are. And I don't give a fuck. You got something to say? Grab a link.
Nope.
Sorry.
No. It to I don't even really. There's so much crap that to hear
Where to start?
that much BS in a row is insanity. And claiming that helps Summer.
What doesn't help Summer is exactly what I did. Taking all of Jody Sue's videos, but I didn't make fun of her like you guys did. I backed away when you tried to. Maybe that's what the secret Google Meet was. Maybe they were trying to pull me into their Netflix docuseries. Ooh. Maybe, huh? That's a thought. You fucking hoochie ass bitches. Tragedy pimping. Look at that face. Look at her. She got a big ass nose. She made fun of the way I looked. Look at Papa Smurf. She looks old as fuck. And then you got the big nose with fake bitch down here.
How?
Not one bit of the information in over 54 hours or however 54 lives or however many. Not one piece of information in any of that does anything for the missing child that we're all here for. And I'll tell you, there's a reason that we left YouTube. And I'll just start here because I feel like that's where it started. We talked to a lot of people, and not because we're doing a backdoor, nefarious, criminal anything. Okay. That's what you do when you are researching. When you are
No, I don't know where they started. And that's the funny thing, Tic Tac, because when they look at her, she always got her mouth open waiting for an eggplant. I have pictures of her. I put them in her mouth. They're my little fun time on the side. But anyways, yes, Holler. But I don't know where they came from. And that's the funniest thing, because the first time I ever seen or heard of them was Scott promoting their documentary that they were making. They weren't very well known. And then all of a sudden, after Scott started promoting them, they started jumping on panel with Benny. Scott brought them out. And then they had a big fight. I have that. I have the information on that. That's the video that these hookers fucking struck when they were mass striking me, trying to take my video down, my channel down. She was a small channel, and that is when we became friends. Then they got in with Scott and used him to get to Benny. Probably. But she used you. They've used a lot of people, Holler. And they still continue to do so while producing absolutely zero content on Summer. One documentary, and most of it was about Jody Sue's scream, which was unfounded. And they made a big deal out of that they had to go prove it without showing us the proof, right? Like, they have this proof, they tested it, we're just supposed to believe them. Everything Papa Smurf and Smurfette say is fact. And they tell us that. Everything everybody else says is not fact, and they are here to debunk everyone because they know the truth. That's why Summer has been found, right? They couldn't come to YouTube. Again, they had to take their channels down because of what they found. They gave to the TBI, yet Summer still isn't found. So how far did your facts get you, eggplant sucker?
Are trying to find the truth and gather information on a missing child, the best thing that you can do is to seek the truth. That means you have to do something, not just get on and share your conspiracy theories or your theories or the latest gossip around the case, right? And sometimes we'd come on and crack up and have a good time or whatever, but we are in this constantly. This never ends for us. We will fall asleep working, fall asleep working, wake up, do what we've got to do with an earbud in our ear, talking back and forth, doing research, talking to people, talking to locals, calling people, having conversations with. It is never ending.
She complains about it. Every live this bitch does, I'm mad. Every live Smurfette does, she complains about doing what she claims is her job. Her research, she took all this time out of her life. Listen, bitch, that's a choice. This is YouTube. It's not a real job. If you go get one, that's a different story. You have the option to do this or not do it. You, dear, put your life in danger as you say it was not safe to go there. That's why you didn't tell anybody you were going, because you have children you want to get home to. You say that. It's coming up, right? However, why would you, if you have children you care about, put yourself in harm's way to take yourself away from your own children? What does your work produce in Summer's case? What has it done to find Summer Wells? That's what I want to know. Why is your work, you and Papa Smurf here, twerking Papa Smurf, why is your work better than anybody else's in fact? What makes your work fact? Because all I see coming out of your mouth is lies and money-making schemes. That's my opinion. I'm allowed to it. You all suck.
And we didn't go to Tennessee in October. This shows how much these people know about anything that we do. It was not October that we went to Tennessee. Okay?
Why wouldn't they know what you were doing? Drama, sassy. She come out with the fucking sass. She blames that on her life was ruined by me and Jody Sue. She had to take her channel down while I was being sued and attacked, and took my channel down and wasn't even on YouTube. I destroyed her life. Did you know that? Did you all know that? Her channel was destroyed and they dealt with so much. Guess what? I'm back. I have a voice now. People are listening. I've been waiting, and now's the moment. I hope you know that. I dare you. Make a docuseries you make money from. You feeling froggy? Leap, bitches. Because I'm ready. That database you got, I promise, doesn't include all your bullying. I promise you, my database does. That's right. Jenny must work for the feds. She has a database, and it's only meant for law enforcement. Did you know that?
So when you hear people who think that they know everything say we win in October, that's strike one. You have no idea what you're talking about. When we went down there for not for content. There was no filming to put on YouTube. It wasn't any virtue signaling. It wasn't anything against anybody else who's done it. Nothing. I swear hand to Bible, it was nothing against anybody else. It was simply for summer.
She must have missed the part where law enforcement said we don't need help from outside the state and locals searching for Summer. Nobody fucking asked you to come search for Summer. That is not your job, nor are you, Jenny, physically equipped to be fucking climbing in mountains. I highly fucking doubt. You know that bitch called me fat? I'm fat. I can admit it. But the funny thing is, you don't call somebody fat when you're a fucking cow. Okay? Papa Smurf.
That was it. We wanted one weekend. And it was a long weekend. It was not just 2 days. It was a long weekend for.
We wanted one weekend, but it was a long weekend. So it wasn't a weekend. She lies while she's telling you what she's saying is truth. We only wanted one weekend, but we were there. It was a long weekend. How long? Crooked nose? How long?
It to be all about her. That's it. To focus only on her. We didn't go down there to make friends with the Wells. I know that every person that went that weekend will say that the reason that they were there was for Summer. It was not to gain the Wells' trust and come back and say anything bad, or it wasn't to twist them up in anything. It wasn't to do anything other than look for her. We gathered so much information.
Like, look, I know some older people like to color their hair different colors. I get it. I get it. But when you get to a certain point in life, you have to grow up. Like, you don't walk around with Smurf blue fucking hair. Jenny, you look like an asshole. I'm just gonna say it. You look like a fucking idiot. Put your hair the right color, please. It blurred, like you could see you a mile away on the camera in your dark ass room while you sit there and make fun of Jody Sue for sitting in a dark room living in a red colored room, right? Y'all made fun of my house. Look at you. What makes you better than anyone? Please tell me. Why every time do I pause? This fucking bitch got a face on her. Actually, it's bought and paid for because I smoke and I have heart failure and I wasn't always fat and I got big boobs. And in my young days, I was actually kind of hot and I got pictures to prove it. I bet you Papa Smurf there was never hot. That's all I'm going to say. Shit happens. I have medical problems. My fault. I can own that. What do you own for being ugly, bitch? Because you ugly as fuck, in my opinion. And that ain't speculation. That's my true opinion.
That hasn't been put out on YouTube. And won't. Because we were asked not to. Not by anybody else, but law enforcement. Because things were turned in. Information was turned in.
Y'all know I told you all when I was younger I was a scrapper and I used to fight all the time, right? God, I'm glad I'm not a teenager or a young kid right now because I would beat both of their asses. Like, in all honesty. Not now as an adult, But if I was in high school with these girls, they would be people that I would fuck with every day, in all honesty. Them are the people I went to school with that I can't stand. The fake, conceited, condescending liars that think their shit don't stink. And let me tell you, it stinks more than most. Your cooch probably smells like fish, dirtballs.
We went for one purpose, and that was to seek the truth and look for Summer. That's it. And because we did that, it became something so much more. Someone got upset because they thought that they were yelled at or something. I talked to that person.
Could you imagine being her husband? Could you imagine living with that? She's like, just like Jody Sue. I hate to say it. Probably why she hates them, her. Because she acts like her. Yeah, I'm sorry, Rock and Robin. I'm just saying I can't stand these fucking bitches. I really can't. I probably, even though Benny and Tiffany and all of them have done worse than me, these two are sneaky. They do shit behind the scenes and they have other people do their dirty work for them. Just ask Baton Rouge, who went and searched my son that his father had custody of and raised. Bringing up a whole bunch of shit. Hold on, I gotta shut my Alexa off. Malaya, that was your timer.
I know.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I have a foul mouth, and it's daytime. I try not to do this during the day. But these two are worse than all of them, in my opinion. They're sneaky as fuck. They do shit sneaky. The Google Meet links, they're the ones that started all the background chatter, in my opinion. They're the ones that went around in Summer's case with chasing, what does Benny call her, chasing tooth? I'm going to call her chasing bitch, because she ain't chasing shit but her fucking ass. With her fake Boston Mafia shit. You ain't no mafia. You ain't no nobody. You're a fake just like them. With your fucking receding hairline. Go buy a wig.
That person said, no, it wasn't you. And I was like, well, okay. I'm thinking we've been racking our brains trying to figure out what in the hell happened. It's because nobody was supposed to know we were down there. Nobody. We went down there.
Look, I never started the fights neither, but let me give you my tip. When I was a kid, people would say, hit me first. Bitch, I'm hitting you first. That's how I was when I was a kid. If you're in my face and you're doing something to cause me, you're going to lose if you don't hit first. For all you out there that want to fight someone, make sure you throw the first punch and it's hard as fuck.
In secret, because it was dangerous. Have you heard the stories of Beach Creek? I have children that I have to come home to. I didn't want people knowing that I was there for a very particular reason, not to mention that does the TBI or Hawkins County or the PIs tell anybody when they're going out to search? No. Why? Because it could harm Summer's investigation. Because if she's put somewhere, she could be moved. We have always, not saying that at this point that she's even there, we don't know, but we had to try. We had to try. And we'll keep trying. I'm not giving up, ever. I never have. There's never been one day that I have not run a theory or spent time with the people that care about Summer that I have found the last year and a half. Thank God for that. That we have not discussed something or done something together to try to find the truth for Summer. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm not reading chat, but
It is not your job to find the truth for Summer. That is law enforcement's job. Smurfette. That is not your job. So you and Papa Smurf can take your ass somewhere while you complain. I mean, who's going to go out of the kindness of their heart to do what they call searching for a child and then complain about it? What justice does that do, Summer? You poor fucking thing. You put yourself in that situation, and then when people said something about you, you cried like the little bitch you are. You know I only live 45 minutes away, 1710 Leland Street. You all have my address. I dare you, bitch, show up at my door, because you're one I will fucking grab. Speculating.
So
You're fine. What?
Went for Summer, not for anybody else. And I know I owe no one I've talked to everybody privately. It wasn't YouTube content. So go ahead, Jenny. Sorry.
No, but don't be sorry for that. That was awesome. What I wanted to say is that I keep hearing that we left Summer. We don't care about Summer because we left her case. We took down our videos, all of this kind of stuff. First and foremost, even if that were the case, it's none of anybody's business. Second, we never have.
Didn't Skilo start with, yes, you need to have full transparency? As a reporter, you need to be fully transparent with the people that are watching you. She come on there, but then Gavel's going to get on there with her on the fucking panel and say it's none of nobody's business. Then get the fuck off YouTube and quit going to Hawkins County. You fucking ugly dumb cunt.
Stopped working for Summer. We left this toxic as fuck community.
Mm-hmm.
This is an awful place to be.
It's because
Awful.
of you that it's toxic.
And misinformation is my like kryptonite. I can't stand it. Like I want to correct it immediately. I can't stand it. It is nonstop. Nonstop. Well, we talked to somebody today that told us da 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 da. Yeah, nope, that's not true. They may have told you that, but that's not true. And you didn't even bother to verify. It's super.
Hey, yo, I go to Mountain Air Casino and gamble sometimes. What is that, like 5 minutes away from you, bitch? We should meet one day. You want to meet in person? You're so hard online. 45 minutes. You probably come to Pittsburgh all the time. Oh, you do? That's right. You have family here. You told me that. How would you know, Janine? Oh, I don't know. You dumb cunt. 45 minutes. Pull up. I think you said one time you'd beat my ass. I'd like to see you try.
Super easy to verify. I saw people out. Andy's uncle, his name, his dress, said he was the blue van, said he had a daughter he doesn't have. For what? And Andy's uncle takes care of his entire family.
A good man.
He has a disabled son and a very sick wife.
Mm-hmm.
And no daughter. No daughter. No, that would be Fred Hill's sister, if anybody wants to go check that out.
With the blue
Fred
van?
Hill's sister. In addition, while I'm here, that's not Rick Crawford's house on Beach Creek.
No.
That's a different Crawford.
This bitch does no research. Rick Crawford once lived on Beach Creek, dummy. He fucking moved. When he moved with Crystal Spencer's mother to another county. He is Fred's uncle. By blood. You dumb cunt. Do your research before you fucking speak. You stupid dumbass.
Different man that doesn't appear to be directly related to Rick Crawford. So could we please stop? Please go check it out. Don't just believe me. Go check it. I'm tired of it. So tired of it. And so
That was her trying to debunk me because I accidentally said Rick Crawford instead of Ronald Crawford when we were talking, because I heard the name Rick from locals. Like you said, the locals who trusted you with information that Sage got from Chicken on a Stick, who you're fucking defending. Right? You know shit. All you know is what you saved on your computer, not your fucking database. You don't work for the fucking government. They don't want your shit unless it leads to a credible tip for Summer Moon Utah Wells. When they say credible tip, what they mean is her physical whereabouts. They don't want your stupid speculation about Jody Sue Brown. Do you think that they don't already have that information, you dumb cunts? Please, riddle me that, Batman. Since you're so smart, you know it all. Where the fuck is Summer?
so that was part of the reason that we left. We were starting to be attacked. We were starting to be lied about. And it felt like that, like I can't do this. I can't put my husband through how that makes me feel. Adrian can't put her family.
But y'all put my husband and kids through it. My heart transplant kid. I have a congenital heart defect, which causes me to have CHF. It's called dilated cardiomyopathy. Go look it up. It's actually real, unlike Jody Sue's murmur. Okay? You people are dumb as fuck. And no, I don't give one fuck about your husband, your kids, anything. You gave not one fuck about mine. Now, did you? Not one. Why should anybody? What makes you so special? Maybe we should hold you, Papa Smurf, on a fucking pedestal while you twerk your fat ass. Fucking smelly fish cooter.
Through how that makes her feel. And Adrian and I can't put each other through how that makes us feel. It's not fair to each other. And so we took some time and we worked on our own in the background. We worked with our friends in the background. And we don't have to report to YouTube.
Unfortunately, you're not law enforcement. So we have a right to ask for the things that you worked on. Because who the fuck are you working for? It's not a job to volunteer to search for somebody. It's not a job. Being a colleague is not searching. As Skilo as well stated, I don't want Sage as my colleague. Are you saying that these bitches are your colleagues? I promise you, Netflix will know everything you did. I have a database. How about that?
We love you guys. Absolutely love you guys.
No, you don't.
What we were dealing with was asinine. And so after Sage decided to do her little whatever the hell she did,
big fat asshole. Look at the
and
wrinkles around it.
that was going on yesterday. And then I get tagged for believing that I'm Deets on the streets. And my family, my mother, gets her information put into a group about Summer Wells now.
My son, who I hadn't seen in 25 years and only spoken to on the phone, was put into a community post on Krama's channel, and his story was told by you. Fuck your husband. Fuck your kids. Fuck your mother. Fuck your blue hair. Fuck your asshole mouth. Fuck you.
The Summer Wells group on Facebook with 24,000 people in it. I'm not Deets, guys. I think most of you know that.
No, you're Papa Smurf with a fucking
And
big
anybody
ass
that was
mouth.
good at research would have maybe known that
immediately.
And Gavel Geeks were.
Well, if you were good at research, you would know that was Green Eyes' voice on that video you spent so much time showing. If you were good at research, you would know the hill you just spoke about was related to Fred. You're not good at research. You're good at what other people tell you and listening to fucking Jody Sue, because that's all y'all did for 2 years, was listen to Jody Sue and down her and bully her and make fun of her vajayjay, her sparkling vajayjay. That's why I'm up here doing it now. You don't like it, do you? Y'all cry. Somebody says something about you and you cry like the little bitches you are, right? Y'all can dish it out, but you can't take it. I got you.
We're on a live together. So
The latest live that was on it's on Gavel. The last one, if you go to the first one, you can it's in there.
Boo-hoo.
Or listen to my voice on anything. And then
Your
hear
voice sucks.
And I love Deeds, but
you hear her laugh. She sounds like a rat. Y'all ever go to the river and see a river rat? That's what she is.
no, we're not the same person.
you have the same accent.
And so that was the last straw. And Adrian and I almost at the same time were, okay, we're going back. That's it. I'm done. We're going back. I'm not scared of these people anymore.
Pull up.
They just did the only one thing that I was worried about, which was bothering my retired and very sick parents. That was my only concern. My husband knows. He's around all the time.
Mm-hmm.
We call him Damn It Mike.
We love
my
Damn It.
brother. My brother, who they also put his link for his Facebook up there, is 3 times JLR size. And he works near him, so I'm not worried about my brother. I've told him before about YouTube, and he goes, anybody wants to fuck with me, send them. He's always been my protector.
You can't even stick up for yourself. You need a protector.
That's not
you can
going to
get
be
on here and run your
for
pie hole, talk shit on people, but then you got to go get your brother. Wow, what a big man you are.
Person who thinks that that's cute. But trying to threaten me to get me to give you the name of the person that's behind Deeds, that's sick. That is absolutely sick.
No, what's sick is the creators come out here and they hide their faces, and anybody hiding their face, everybody knows. It's a proven fact. Statistics show it. You're such a good researcher, you should look into it. Usually an abductor will hide in plain sight. Do you know that? None of y'all should be hiding your fucking faces. None of you.
The video that she put out was absolute fact. There was no, I think this, or here's my theory. None of that. It was
here she goes. Nothing is fact. Only what they say is fact.
So anyway, that's why we're here. I'm not scared anymore. I'm not scared of you people.
Grab a link. You ain't scared, girl. I didn't know you were ever scared. You dumb cunt.
Away. But
there's the link.
We're back and we're going to be doing content we want to do. I still, to me, Summer's community, it makes me sick. It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. You know, would be part of that.
I think it does.
We left. We're not coming back. Not that we won't ever speak about Summer. I'm considering putting a couple of things out that we've done that we just as a basis for information for people to beat up, to be able to say, hey, what about this? And add that kind of a community documents.
Like you did to Jody Sue. She don't want to put it out because then people can use it against her, because what they did was wrong. Let's face it. What these hookers did was wrong on so many levels. going down there with the family, sucking Andy's eggplant, bullying Jody Sue. And I'm not saying Jody Sue ain't a suspect. I'm not sitting here simping for nobody. I'm saying it's not mature. It's dumb. It makes you look childish. And now I'm here doing the same thing to fucking you. How do you like it? Huh? Seriously, grab a link and tell me how you like being bullied. Because I know what it feels like coming from you fucking whore bags. In my opinion.
I'm thinking about that right now. I'd like to do that. But the whole reason the database was never put out was because we couldn't trust anybody with information. That's
it's not
horrible.
a fucking database. It's a fucking computer with videos saved. Just like mine. It's a spreadsheet. It's a Google fucking spreadsheet. That's what she has. Oh, tell your grandma you love her, Holler. She got you that dress. I hope you wore it. It's not a database. The FBI has the real database. Jenny, you are not the cops. Your computer is no more important than mine unless you're doing something illegal. Right? There's something wrong with you two. Match made in heaven. That's why you all are friends. The mean, catty bitches that like to bully people but can't take it when they're bullied back. You cry like little fucking babies. Right? Grab a fucking link. You ain't scared? Grab a link. Tell me why it is you put my son's information out there. Oh, but you took all that proof down, right? That's why your shit's gone. So that people can't go back and prove all the evil, dirty, disgusting, low-down shit y'all did in a missing child's case. In my opinion, you're gross. I dare you. Make a Netflix documentary. I promise you, I will send Netflix, whoever the producers are, the directors, everything you dumb bitches did on this platform. I dare you. Full transparency, Skilo, because that's what you're doing, right? While you're out here trying to make money off the back of a missing child. So much so that you would sign a contract with Netflix. Not just make it for free and put it out there so people can see Summer's face now, right? Because that's what's important. You're really searching for her? Share her. Because you don't. Jenny has barely ever had any Summer content on her fucking channel. They don't really care. Please understand that. That's my opinion from what I have seen of these hookers, in my opinion, hookers. They don't give a fuck about nobody but them fucking selves and greed.
They turned it into horrible, horrible things and accusations against people. And I will say it again. I've said it multiple times. I am not a Wells supporter or sympathizer. Okay? They are human beings. We have no proof that they've done anything to their dog.
Jody's a human being. You have no proof that she did anything, but they're going to get on here and say they never accused Jody Sue of doing anything. That's what they say. It's coming up. They never did nothing to Jody Sue, nothing. They just said their disdain for her. You know what? Where are we at here? Hold on. Oh, shit. I opened the wrong tab. That's okay. Hold on. I'll delete that. No, I don't. Yeah, I can hit the back button. Oh, look, I got music with it. I ain't even mean to give them music. I gave them music.
Won't sit here and lemonade tonight. But not tonight. Actual lemonade. But I promise I won't sit here and crunch my ice at you while I'm talking, okay? And I promise I'll speak very clearly.
I don't know. I've got to get my special Halloween blanket.
Shoot, I need to just have a blank slide all the time with some music ready to go, huh? The music fits.
Wrap it around me.
You gotta wrap it like real tight around the breasticles.
Well, mine are not small, so that might not work out right.
City sure can spike lemonade.
I don't want to show you.
I mean, I can spike it. Then it's on, guys. This will not be a serious live if I spike.
Because you're a fucking alcoholic.
I do have vodka in my mini fridge in my kitchen.
How many
Now
lives
there's a
you been
story.
drunk on? This bitch will be drunk on almost every live talking about Jody Souza drunk. Right? Drink your lemonade.
And I've kept it folded by my pillow.
Wait, Gavel's gonna start rubbing her boobs and talking about Jody's boobs she's jealous of.
Long time.
Okay. But you'll never know why.
This coffee is really good.
How does that help Summer, Gavel? How does what you just did, rubbing your chest online in a missing persons case? Let's get to the part with Benny. Like y'all are sick bitches.
Right on the lips. So, and then everybody's like, wait, what?
I know. I didn't even think about it. I was so excited when I met Chasey. I kissed Chasey. And Chasey hates hugs even. I was like hugging her and I kissed her. And she was like, yeah.
Stop the triangulation. Oh, okay. So if you guys noticed,
Sure.
there's been a new word. Triangulation.
Mm-hmm.
I used it in my narcopath video the other day. And ever since then, it's been said like 800 times. Tierization is another word.
Hey, Carl.
That is when us YouTubers are on different tiers. We're tier 3 right now. I'm hoping that we move up to 2. I'm
some great work.
expecting that when Scott goes to prison, right, that we get to move up because he's going to go to prison for all of his stalking and all
Nefarious, whatever.
nefarious activities.
Spider things.
Mm-hmm. So I'm expecting that we move up to tier 1. I would like to be a mob boss. Just saying. That's what I've always wanted my whole life. That's why I came to YouTube, because I was like, this is perfect. This is perfect. I get to be a mob boss here on YouTube virtually. And I don't even have to leave my house. I can be a mob boss without ever leaving my house. And it is the perfect scenario for me. I can organize crime. I can, stalk, harass, terrorize, manipulate,
Target,
gaslight, target. Yeah, all the things. All the things. I'm so excited about it. And that's why I came to YouTube, because I could do all of this from right here in my house.
And I get to be a mob boss's pretend internet wife.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, because you're the lesbian sidekick.
Because the wives are always controlling shit in the background.
Behind every mob boss is the wife that has the full control, actually. It's true.
You can see my...
Sage, after you watch my live, I will watch your 54 videos. I will watch them live. After what I heard coming from their mouths, I'm curious. See, I didn't see this until last night.
Then.
You gotta wear like the gaudy jewelry and everything. Like I'm gonna need you to do that. And I'm gonna wear a suit. And I'm gonna draw a mustache on because I'm obsessed with mustaches. I think that the porn
You love
thing is
mustaches.
perfect. Whenever
And
we
it's
do
funny
porn
'cause
court,
when
I
Crystal
am
was
gonna have a
making fun of
mustache.
you, when Crystal was making fun of us, and she put like stuff on us, she gave you a mustache. I was
Did
like,
she really? Oh,
she
perfect.
loves that.
I love it. It's my favorite thing. I do. Whenever I get to be the fat bailiff, the short fat bailiff, I'm gonna have a mustache on because I love me some porn stashes. They're my fave, and I want the
Grab
kind that like
a link.
twists. That and I'm
Grab
gonna
a
sit and I'm
link.
just gonna twist it all the time.
You pushed your pubic hair like that, you dumb
You want me
bitch.
to hold your hair back? I got you.
Oh,
yep,
Lord. Behind every mob boss is spiders. It's true. Who knew the YouTube partner program offered all of this? Who knew?
Right? And you see, Scott doesn't even have to worry.
No.
Because he can still run everything from there. Mm-hmm. Or think he's running everything from jail.
But I'm really going to do a takeover. Just saying.
And yeah, we're
taking over. But it's okay, Scott. I'll make sure you get your commissary money. You'll be living like a king there. I'll make sure you have a TV, a tablet. I'll make sure you've got like nice bedding, a nice comfy mattress.
So this was after you seen him, right? Because do y'all remember how hard she was crushing on Scott till she seen him? Yeah, I was there when you seen him. Or wait, that really wasn't your first time seeing him, now was it? He started your document series, right? He was pushing it. Everybody come watch Gavel and Krama. They're doing this awesome thing. I have that saved. We'll share it one night. I have it.
Because I'll be a mob boss. I'm a mob boss now. I'm just not all the way up there. You know, I'm tier 3. So when I get to tier 1.
No, you ain't the mob boss. Didn't you know Chasing was? She steps on you with her Boston accent. Dumb bitch.
I'll be
the search for Summer Wells.
That wasn't the right clip. Oh, I see now. You had to be a member to watch it. It says it's Mama Sassy's channel. So why the fuck are they talking about? Yeah, this was a long time ago, Sage. That was back in March that they posted that, I believe of 2023. It was around the time you had started writing me and TT had started reaching out to me. And I believe TT's one of the women that they speak of. Chicken's one of the women that they speak of. Yeah, you should watch it. It's pretty damning. Should work really good for their Netflix series, huh? I've had enough of them. I've been on 2 hours and I want to come back tonight and go over what it is I actually want to go over today, which is actual facts from the timeline that WJHL put out. I showed a tiny bit of something I had made a little bit ago. I've been posting my videos. They will be posting every day at 5 o'clock. I'm not done with the series. However, I'm probably going to take a break from it because I've been doing it for 11 days. I'm not caught up on what's going on YouTube. I just caught a glimpse of what was going on last night. I haven't even seen Jody's response to it yet. So I need to take a little bit of time and catch up. Yeah, they are gross. And now I have a better understanding after listening to that whole video, because I knew they talked shit on me in that video. See, I just saved that shit for court. I didn't listen to it because my thing is how what people think of me is none of my business. Their problem with me is their problem with me. I don't have a problem with myself, but what I don't like is hypocrites. I don't like people that get out here and say you have to be transparent with people, but then say, but I don't have to show it to nobody, while they're acting like they're the damn FBI. And they're not. They made it as if Summer was going to be found off of whatever tip they put in. Summer's not found. Your research sucks. Science tells you learn about echoes in kindergarten. You can hear everything in the valley and from mountaintop to mountaintop. It's a scientific fact. They didn't need you to go to Tennessee and record anything. They didn't need you to go down there and say you were being chased by people, but you're not going to put it out, because if people were chasing you out, then that makes it look like those people were sus for Summer, right? Like, you just had to do that. Meanwhile, maybe it was really something like Duchess or chasing when they were in vehicles and people were coming down Light Hauler Road just a little too fast for your liking. Or somebody was standing in their driveway staring at a car from another state with a license plate on it that doesn't fucking belong there, that nobody's ever seen. But y'all went there and you put down their community. That doesn't help Summer. The only people that wanted you there was the Wills, and I'm not even sure that they wanted you there. But it's all about this docuseries you're making, right? If there's truth to that, please know the world's going to hate you. You are not the person, you are not the people that should be making any series about this missing child. You have not followed the facts. You have caused the chaos in Summer Wells, which you call a community. A community is a gathering of people that come together for the same common goal. You have split the creators up in the background playing games. You're sick bitches, in my opinion. And ain't nobody fucking scared of your ass, especially me. Please know that. And since Gavel, I was so scary, you're not scared anymore. Next time, grab a leg, fucking Papa Smurf. Right. Oh, that video is good, Sage. You should watch it. Very ridiculous. But all right. I've been on 2 hours. I think I got my point across. When I seen that video, I was floored. I don't care about them. I don't care that their feelings get hurt. They didn't care about mine. They didn't care about my children or our lives or the effects their doxing had on my child, who was an adult. I will say that. He wasn't a kid. He was an adult. But that wasn't none of their business to put out. Yet they did it, and they get on here and they cry because her mama and her brother and her husband has been doxxed, and her husband has to deal with her stress every day. Guess what my husband has to deal with? The fear of losing our home, money, his job, because of your stupid, dumb fucking lawsuits that you put in play, and with your mouth stated that you did so. Fuck you. That isn't for my subs. I love you guys. All lady or... Yeah, right. I'm glad you stopped in, but I'm getting ready to go. Sage too. Chicken is in a tape saying it was fine to share. I didn't even see them. I would love to see them now. You're right. I should have watched your 54 videos. I just don't have 54 hours in my life, but I'll make it. Since they think only their evidence is worthy to be shown. And Sage, don't you know you shouldn't show it to anybody because that is not what news reporters do. I didn't know you were a news reporter or a colleague. Was you ever a colleague? I actually would like to talk to you about this. I'm going to invite you up on my panel. Not tonight, because, well, hopefully tonight. I haven't slept. I'm going to go nap. I want to be up for 10, 11, so that I could go over what I really wanted to go over today. They tried to say that I was jealous. Yeah. Right. They're troublemakers, Sage, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. Can't wait to see the screenshots. All right, guys. Peace and love. Hopefully I'll see you all tonight. Yep. Glenview. Okay, Lady R. Yeah, I'll be back at some point tonight. I gotta go grab a little bit of sleep. I gotta run to the bathroom. I gotta go check my daughter. She was in an accident last night. A deer hit their car, knocked the headlight off. They killed the deer. My daughter was upset last night, and she just came downstairs when I was live and didn't talk to her. So, but we're gonna get to the bottom of everything. 30 years of evidence. Right, chicken? All right, guys. Peace and love. Thank you for being here so early in the day. I'm not usually on this early. I'll see you tonight. Bye. Oh, and Gavel and Krama, eat a dick.